Speaking of teams that last year disappointed and missed the playoffs, let's jump up to Portland, Oregon, where I don't think the fans were as engaged about their basketball team as Lakers fans. But I mean, shout out Portland. I'm a big Damian Lillard believer and fan. One of my favorite players in the game. He got a 2-year, $122 million extension. And my question for you guys is: we touched on this loosely. We talked about them signing Gary Payton, acquiring Jeremy Grant for very little. You extend Anthony Simons, even Yusuf Nurkic, who was sitting for like the end of last year. I didn't think they were going to bring Yusuf Nurkic back. I was saying to myself, he played his last game as a Blazer. All of those guys are back. They have Josh Hart for a second year. Nasir Little's coming off a torn labrum. I think that is such an underrated player. Oh my God. He is really good. He's a real NBA player. I think he's going to be a really good starter. You have all these pieces. My question for you guys is this Damian Lillard smaller extension for 2 years, is that telling us that, you know what, the Portland's thinking to themselves, if this thing doesn't work out, the ownership's willing to go all the way into the luxury tax. But if they're not making the playoffs this year in a Western Conference that is, let me remind you guys, here's some of the teams in the Western Conference that I would take over Portland. The Clippers, the Warriors, no grabs there. I don't think anyone would disagree. Even the biggest Portland fan. Mavericks, Grizzlies, Suns, Denver Nuggets. I mean, that might be the number one seed next year with some good health. The Minnesota Timberwolves, New Orleans Pelicans, Los Angeles Lakers, heck, even the Sacramento Kings. That's 9 or 10 teams right there who I think are better. And you look at Portland, they're kind of trying to play Golden State's game. They're going really small. The issue is you're just a worse version. That's what they've consistently been. You know, they've had the diet Splash Brothers, they've had the diet Warrior system, and they're still doing that where they're playing really small. They get Gary Payton, it's awesome. Then you realize, well, I mean, after Yusuf Nurkic, you have almost no big man depth. And if Damian Lillard's not like himself coming off of this abdominal surgery, this is not a playoff team. Is Anthony Simons, with him coming back, going to be able to level up the way he did without him? Those are all massive questions. So Brandon, you don't believe them in them. I know that. Justin, I want to hear your take. Is Dame going to be traded within the next year if this doesn't go to plan? And Portland says, you know what? Okay, it's over.
I think that they have to. I think they'll be left with no choice. I mean, this has been going on for I don't know how long now. Dame's been in the league since he was what 22, 23, and he's going on to his age 32 season now. There's been no growth. They've only declined since now. Their last postseason appearance was when?
2020, 2021. They just, you know,
But the team has never been good enough. They've been good enough to get to a postseason, but nobody has ever looked at the Portland Trailblazers and said, "Yeah, this is the team. Hey, don't sleep on them. They're going to win the NBA Finals. They could potentially do it." No, they don't have the pieces. They're planning on Damian Lillard getting him a championship team. Maybe what when he's 36. The guy's 32. Everything's going to take time.
it'll be a little bit harder to do that when he's making 63 million.
And that's my they have to get rid of him. There's no future there with success in Portland. I don't believe their direction is clear. Like you said, it's the diet Splash Brothers. Like they're trying to recreate the Golden State Warriors, but you can't do that. There's only I don't know, three big pieces missing, and Draymond, Steph, and Clay. You don't have that. They
Jeremy Grant ain't even, and with that, Jeremy Grant can't even match Andrew Wiggins.
There you go. So I look at the Portland Trailblazers and I'm just it's I remember a while ago we spoke about like who's the most mid team. And I think Portland's right up there. This is a team that we don't see making any steps forward. They're either the same or worse, never better. And I just Dame needs to get out of there. I get it. The loyalty is real, and I salute loyalty a ton. But the only thing the Trailblazers are just hurting themselves at this point.
I had to defend
Well,
my,
just
yeah.
just to jump off of that right there, what you just said, loyalty. Loyalty is cool and all on Dame Lillard's part, where he showed the loyalty. But where's the loyalty from Portland to Dame? You have not surrounded this guy with the championship caliber team. I I don't believe in them. They don't have the talent. They don't have the start. They've got their one superstar talent in Dame Lillard, and then uh they got some really good players, some good young talent. But in a conference like the West, you're not going nowhere. Okay. And I'm gonna sound like a broken record here because I said it last time. I'm sick to my stomach with this. And I'm starting to blame the players more now than the front office because I'm sick and tired of the Damian Lillards, the Bradley Beals, and now I'm hearing reports of the Donovan Mitchell doesn't want out of Utah. He's ready to stand pat. I'm so sick and tired of it, dude. Guys, you're not gonna win a championship when your team doesn't surround you with the talent that you need to win one. They don't understand that the NBA is a star-driven league. You're not going nowhere without the stars and superstars surrounding you. So, go ahead.
Do you have a little more? Because I have a strong rebuttal here. You're gonna need a little more.
Go ahead. No, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
Do you know why Damian Lillard wears the number 0?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why? Do you know?
It's because he fell in the draft, right, or something.
He's from Oakland. He went to college in Ogden, and now he's in Oregon. We'll talk about the two other players you just mentioned in a brief moment. But when looking at Damian Lillard, he isn't like any other superstar. I was watching a video. Shout out to Creighton Crowley, one of the best video creators in this platform. I linked the video to y'all. Maybe you didn't see it. Basically, for Dame, he's not winning a championship, and he doesn't want to if it's not in Portland. For a player that was underlooked in high school, took him 3 years of dominance in college through injuries just to make it to the lottery. For an NBA team that gave him an opportunity, this is a player who has given everything to his city, the team, and it's Oregon. He's fallen in love with that. He doesn't want to go to Philadelphia or Miami, dude. He doesn't value a championship in that aspect where he's going to ring chase. That's not who he is. You have to look at his identity as a human being. This is the utmost, not just leader, but this is someone that's dedicated to loyalty. It's one of his core values. Not championships. For some guys, he can say, sure, but he's just chasing money. He wants to get the bag. Well, no, because you can get that bag from the team and then request a trade. You know, as we see that all the time. With Dame, he values that over all else. So if he's not going to win a championship, but he stays in Portland, he's fine with that. But in that unlikely chance that he actually can win a championship in Portland, that is more valuable than the slightly higher or more likely potential of winning a championship somewhere else. And this is the point that Creighton Crowley made. It was amazing. Do we look at Jason Kidd differently because he won a championship in his twilight years?
No,
How about Gary Payton?
no,
How about Clyde Drexler?
no. But I think that's very different because Dame Lillard is still somewhat in his prime. I mean, Dame Lillard can still go give you 28 a night. None of those guys could do that in their later years, and not I don't think any of them did that in their prime years. Um, but forget that point. That doesn't matter. The main point you made about I get Dame Lillard is not here to win championships, then you know what? Then I'm done talking about you, Dame Lillard. Because if you don't care, then I don't care about you anymore. So I'm done talking about you. If you want to just stay in Portland and not win a championship and be known as on the list when we look back, they send it out every year, top 10 players never to win a championship, your name will be on there and I'm done talking about you. Because if you don't care, then I don't care. So go ahead, enjoy Oregon. They gave you a shot, but guess what? They didn't surround you with the necessary talent to go make it to win a championship. Okay, so you're done. Portland's done. You guys are obscurity, and that's it. That's all I got to say. Done with them.
Uh,
Screw it then. Go ahead.
I can't follow that up.
Done talking about them. I don't want it just because you told me that. I don't want to talk. Then okay, that's cool. Bye.
Okay.
Brandon's not wrong.
I can't debate that point. What do we play for?
Play to win
Game.
championships. That's why you play in this league. That's why you play a professional sport. Loyalty. You really think these teams are loyal? Go ask any professional athlete if these teams are really loyal. Go ask Dwayne Wade about Miami. And I'm a huge Dwayne Wade fan, and I love Miami. Go ask him. Go ask him what they did, how they disrespected him, and he had to spend a year in Chicago when he never should have did that. Go ask all these teams. Go ask Tom Brady. Go ask any player that these teams will throw you to the side, whether you like it or not, no matter what you did for them. They don't give a crap. So for you to give a crap about them and love your fans, love them. They are the reason you have the money in your pocket and that you're able to do this for a profession. But guess what? fans will turn on you in an instant. The hardcores won't, but the majority of them will. So go ahead, Dame Lillard. Be the freaking 12th seed in the West for the rest of your career, 10th seed in the play-in, playing for play-in. Maybe they'll start giving trophies for play-in winners.
Well, but look at banners.
Yeah, give banners, whatever. Done. I'm done. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Done.